Scorpio, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early June 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, my friends, and start this off with an oracle card, just so we could take a little test of the energy, a little vibe check, and see what's going on for the lovely Scorpios. In early June, I hope you're all doing fantastic, my friends. So my guide, Spirit Team, talk to me. What do we got? And yeah, we're just going to take a quick look at this, and then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card with the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows around you or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always very interesting. But let's get this first card out here. What do we got for my Scorpio friends, my Scorpio people in early June? Yeah, the deck is acting funky already. There we go. Okay, so there is a little link to the past showing up here, or reflection, reflecting. A lot of you might be doing that in this time, or there could be somebody mulling things over in regards to you. But before we really dive into that, Scorpio, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the June subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you're active on Twitter, my handle's at kyleofcups. Please feel free to shoot me a tweet. But into the reading we go. You see this lovely lady in her purple dress. I really like the aesthetics of this. It's old-timey. But notice she's holding that letter, and it looks like she's looking behind her. So whenever I see this card, I do think of somebody who could be reflecting, thinking about the past, a lot of memories popping up. So whether that's you or somebody else, that could be showing up here. There is also a tie to communication, messages, how one speaks their feelings and about themselves. So maybe some of you do need a little bit of a heart-to-heart. We'll see if it pops up in the reading itself. But there is some sort of tie to the past here, okay? I'm not sure what importance that might hold for you, but in the coming days and weeks, whether it's an individual from the past, a situation from the past, it might pop up when this card shows up. So let's dive into tarot now. Like I always say, that doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote for us to look at. I mean, some of you might just be thinking back. All right, that's a natural thing to do. But let's get these first cards out here. We'll get you three in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify. Just talk to me. What do we got for Scorpio? Now, last week's reading was an interesting one. It was titled, They Want Control. And the reason I titled it that is because there was an emperor, there was king energy, and there was a big control-based energy involved with the Scorpio reading. So whether it was you trying to control a situation, control yourself, somebody else around you might be trying to inflict some sort of control. Okay, it was an interesting one. Not like the usual Scorpio reading, so it didn't have to just be your vibe. But we'll see what we have this week. As you know, energy is never set in stone. It's always shifting and changing. Let me take what hits for you, and it's always important to remember that this could be other people in your sphere of influence as well. Okay, yeah, so there is an air of mystery here, Scorpio, with the Seven of Swords. There might be a warning involved straight up, but let's keep it moving. I'm not going to get too hung up on that just yet. Okay, we have the Hierophant here in position number 2. Interesting. All right, the play of energy here is like completely opposite. Let's get one more. This might be multiple situations showing up. And okay, we have Temperance. So this could be some sort of healing. There could be something starting to calm down, especially if things have been crazy. But we're going to have to talk about these one by one, because the two major arcana we have here are super powerful. Not fast moving, but they have a lot of staying power. They're very deep and spiritual in nature. So I will say that the Hierophant and Temperance, extremely spiritual and angelic. Now let's start here with the classical meanings before we get the juicier stuff. Position number 1, the Seven of Swords. Like I said, this might be a warning here. We're going to want to clarify this. In its worst, the Seven of Swords could be somebody that's a complete snake in the grass. This could be somebody doing underhanded things. This is a card of thievery. This is a card of lying. This is a card of people doing things in the shadows, people doing things in the dark. It's not the nicest type of energy. There are some positive aspects. I wouldn't completely say positive. This is one of the cards I'm not the biggest fan of. That's why I say this could be a warning. But this could just represent mystery in general. The unseen, the unexpected, the unknown, the mystery. So that's what this could be in its most positive sense. It could also represent revelation, seeing things clearly, or things becoming known to you. Now, as we move forward through the spread, we have the Hierophant in the center. One of the densest tarot cards there is. It could represent a Taurus. So for some of you, if you're linked with a Taurus, it could just be this. It represents spirituality. It could represent big power structures like government, corporations. It could talk about day-to-day life, monotony. It could talk about spirituality, because it's generally a Pope on here. But when I think of the energy overall, it could also be long-lasting relationships as well. So that might be something on your mind. But when I see the Hierophant, I think of something that is extremely sturdy, standing still. Think of like a big, large granite statue, immovable. So we're going to want to see what that could be. It's very firm. And talk about firm. As we move further, we have yet again another spiritual firm type of energy in Temperance on the back end. Now, some of you might just be linked to Sagittarius with this energy. I love the depiction of it in this deck because you see the power of Archangel Michael here. And Temperance could be about having patience, okay? Patience is a virtue. We've all heard it a million times. But to me, this is extremely angelic. It could speak about spiritual protection, like I already said. And it's also creation-based as well, like alchemical in nature, somebody like taking the time to use the right ingredients to get the result that they want. Because normally Michael is mixing those two cups. So we're going to have to see what's up with this. If it's not a person, it could just be needing patience. But as I always say, the clarifiers really tell the tale. So with that being said, let's dive deeper. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for Scorpio and see what's going on for my friends. Okay, because it seems like we're going to have a mixed bag this week, and all Scorpio readings are always layered. Okay, that's not a surprise to me. So what do we got, my guys? Talk to me. And yeah, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation. I'm just giving you mine. We're going to go in on the Seven of Swords now. Why is that Seven of Swords here? And if you read the tarot cards yourself, that's why the box is here. Please feel free to play along. If you're feeling any messages from this, you could drop it down below. I don't mind. So why is this Seven of Swords here? Quick. I'm not a fan of that, Scorpio. We have the Hanged Man showing up in reverse. This could absolutely be, all right, I'm going to give you the positive feelings and the negative feelings, because if you watch me on a regular basis, you know I'm an optimistic reader. You know I am no fearmonger, but this could absolutely be some sort of serious or important warning right up front. And I'm going to give it to you. Partially because, you know, I also have a lot of Scorpio placements, so I don't like to see this. We have the Hanged Man showing up in reverse here, okay? Hanged Man is one of the cards that represents Scorpio. Some people say Virgo, but when I see the Hanged Man in reverse, it makes me think two things mainly. One, somebody might be trying to sneak you or snake you in some sort of way. Like somebody might not have the best views of you or looks at you in a really nasty way, but they don't make it known. This is a snake in the grass here that might look upon you unfavorably with this Hanged Man in reverse. However, the other message, if it's not that, okay, and you would know if that hits for you, okay? So whether it is a warning about an individual or whatever it might be, keep your head on a swivel. This can absolutely be somebody like jumping to action and making a move. So I could see this as being an unexpected action, an unexpected shift, right? Because the Hanged Man is usually very still, just like the Hierophant, just like Temperance, okay? And with the mystery basis of this Seven of Swords, this could be somebody making some sort of surprising or unexpected action, making some sort of move. That's the more positive one. But I would also be very weary in this time, or leery, whatever the word is, because I'm not really liking the energy of that. When I saw the Hanged Man pop out in reverse, I didn't like that. So we're going to keep moving over to the Hierophant. Hopefully there's nobody that has a little grudge on you, but we're going to see what's up with that Hierophant. It's all good. It doesn't have to be something major, okay? And don't get all nervous about it. Okay. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Beware of anybody that is like always extremely pessimistic, because this could be the energy to me of like somebody possibly like pulling you down or dragging you down. Beware of the influences around you, those that you share energetic bonds with, because that's what this feels like. Because like I said, the Hierophant to me is a very heavy like statue type of energy. With this Ace of Pentacles in reverse, like this could be somebody that wants you to stay in the same lane, that wants you to not change, not progress, stay where you're at. So beware that there's nobody like pulling you down or impeding your progress. That's just how this feels to me. Now, for another portion of you, this could be feelings of not being able to get ahead. Okay, like, all right, I could just never get ahead or stuff like that, or the universe never drops opportunities in my lap. It's a bit pessimistic. We'll talk about it more during the recap because I don't want to go too hard on the negativity. But we're going to see what's up with the Temperance card. this is rough, Scorpio, because like we've been having some rough readings for the Scorpio collective, and I believe last week or 2 weeks ago we had more of a positive one, but this is rough. I'm not a big fan of this vibe. So let's see what's up with Judgment, then we'll do a quick recap before that shadow card. Might really need to look at the shadow card this week. So why is Judgment here? Thank you. Okay, we have the Fool in the upright, and this makes me feel a million times better. Now, I just want to point out there's 6 cards in this spread. 4 of them are major arcana. These are extremely powerful energies, but the fact that we have the Fool in the upright under Temperance, it was like a weight being lifted off my shoulders. Now, yes, that could represent an Aries. We have a lot of fire on the back end there with Temperance and the Fool. But what is the Fool? The beginning of a new chapter, the beginning of a new journey, something fresh, a new cycle, okay? This could be a warning also, a small one, about not doing anything too spontaneous and making sure you're detail-oriented. So sure, that could be a little bit of a warning, but that tells me everything is going to be okay. If you're going through a rough patch right now, know that it's temporary, okay? The cycles always come back around. And as I say every time, if anybody is capable of dealing with the never-ending karmic cycles of life, it is Scorpio, right? Scorpio has a lot of staying power. So I feel like it's one or the other. Don't do anything too spontaneous in this time, or this could be Spirit saying, like, listen, that new cycle's coming, this rough patch is almost over. So please, let's go through and do a quick little recap before we get into that shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, I'm happy we ended off on a more positive note, because right here in the front end, we have the 7 of Swords with the Hanged Man in reverse. That did not sit well with me. I'm just keeping it real with you. It does feel like there might be somebody that is either like planning to make a move against you of some kind, or looks at you in a nasty light, and they might be fake about it. They might not say it to your face or show it to your face. But the positive aspect of this, aside from the little warning I was feeling, is that this could be somebody making some sort of unexpected action, and it doesn't have to be a bad one, okay? Like somebody making a move, because the Hanged Man in reverse is action to me. So somebody doing something that you didn't see coming, or some sort of mystery move happening there. But moving to the center, we have the Hierophant with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It made me feel 2 things. Watch who you share energetic connections with, because this could be somebody that wants you to stay in place, or this could be somebody that's pulling and dragging you down, or not letting you realize your full potential. So watch out for that. Moving on to the very back end, we have Temperance, we have the Fool in the upright. Makes me feel like everything's going to be okay. Once again, another little warning about not being too spontaneous, not doing things by the seat of your pants or by the cuff. But this is saying that this rough patch is almost over. If you are going through a rough patch, things will improve much better soon. And even if things are okay for you right now, if you're not going through a tough time, this could be a good signal that new things are coming. So I like it. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into this further, Scorpio. We're just going to get you one shadow card here. Let's see if we can get more detail about what's popping here with this 7 of Swords Hanged Man in reverse. Let's see what's in the shadows for Scorpio. My guides and spirit team. What is in the shadows for my friends? And we'll just look at this card real quick. Even if it's a positive card, we're going to read the inverse. So what's in that came out super quick. Yeah, you're just going to have to watch those that you're closely interconnected with. We have the 2 of Cups showing up in the shadows. Okay. Yeah. Watch out for like false friends. Watch out for people that you may feel like they're on your team, but they're really not. Okay, those that you're closest with, and it showed up both ways in this spread, okay? Like with that Hierophant portion, with the 7 of Swords portion. Don't let somebody pull you down, drag you down, okay? Now, the 2 of Cups, yes, it could be decisions, crossroads, stuff like that. Usually this speaks of harmonious partnerships, but the shadow side of this is the complete opposite, and it's giving us shadows of what we were seeing within the spread itself, with the 7 of Swords, Hanged Man in reverse, and the Hierophant. And I forgot what was in reverse under that, because I'm too much, like, I'm on a roll right now. But watch those you're closest connected to here. Oh yeah, it was the Ace of Pentacles, pardon me. But watch your close personal circle in this time, and just be careful, keep your head on a swivel, okay? Don't let anybody pull you down. And Scorpio, that's what I have for you. If for some of you, this could just be some sort of connection from the past that's still weighing on you, okay? It doesn't have to be current. So please, do with that what you will. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the June subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the May subscriber surprise, the winners will be in my community tab on June 1st. But for the June subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of one of my most favorite decks of all time, the Gilded Tarot Royale. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things as always. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, since there are so many wonderfully talented tarot readers on YouTube, just drop down in the comments 1 or 2 of your favorite readers. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, as always, I'll announce the winners in the community tab. My friends, thank you so much. And I'll see you next time.